What's up, everybody? Welcome to a Monday night edition of the Stay Faithful podcast. This is the Coast to Coast edition. I'm your host, Ty Alston. Joining me, as always, my buddy, David McNiner. David, how you doing on a Victory Monday?
I'm doing fantastic, buddy. You know,
That's right.
We sent the Eagles packing. You know, step one of the bird hunt, I guess.
And go. That's right. Get them bags and go. That's right. So, yes, just to recap real quick, the 49ers defeated the Philadelphia Eagles 23-19 in the NFC Wildcard game yesterday. 49ers traveled all the way to the East Coast and played on the link where the Eagles had been undefeated in the playoffs up to this point. But not no more, Holmes. It's over. It's done. We sent them packing. It was a very good game from start to end. You know, playoff caliber football for real. It was intense, had its ups and downs, highs and lows. But hey, in the end, the 49ers came out victorious, and that's what counts. A lot of people didn't give us a chance in this game, but just like they've been doing all season long, just proving people wrong, proving all the doubters wrong, and finding a way to win. Jess is in the house. East Coast Red and Go. Tune in Wednesday nights. We'll get more into that later. But what's up, Jess? David, tell me your overall thoughts on the game.
Well, you know, like now, I think overall we played well. There's always room for improvement, right?
Indeed.
But you know, being in the middle, he's been with us now. So him being in the middle is making a big difference, you know, and having that veteran presence with all the youngsters, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we obviously need right now because our defense is so young, you know. A guy that actually impressed me, we haven't seen for a while, was Marquez Siegel.
Yep, Siegel.
He came in for the injured Jair Brown and played great. I'm going, the future's looking bright right now, you know.
Yeah. We saw Marquez Siegel early in the year, and from preseason to when he started the year. And you know, he's impressive. He has all the traits you need. You asked what happened with him. Well, we know with rookies on this team, you get injured, you tend to get pushed back. That happened to him. Also, he struggled in pass coverage early on. So that kind of was a boo-boo for him. It was bad. But in terms of tackling, coming downhill, making open field tackles, I mean, he showed from the preseason that he's very capable. He is a sure tackler. Like he basically tackles like a linebacker in his technique, right? He breaks down, gets low, wraps up, doesn't miss many tackles. He's a force out there. And, you know, at this time of year, it's what you need. We don't need guys to miss tackles. Really? We need short tacklers out there. We really do. So to have him really and step in cold because he hasn't played in weeks, months, and go out there and have that kind of performance, it was awesome. That was awesome to see. So very happy for him. But I want to touch on Kendricks and Wallow since you mentioned them. And you're absolutely right. You see just the difference of veteran presence makes, right? Like Eric Kendricks been around 11 years, right? He's seen a thing or two. He understands the games, probably slowed down a lot for him. And, you know, no slight on Tatum Bethune and D Winters. They played excellent. I love them. But we have to remember they're young, right? D. Winters, he was just drafted last year. 2 years ago, he just started playing last year after Devondre Campbell quit. And this is his first year starting, right? So he's still very young. Tatum Bethune, this is basically his rookie year. Even though he was drafted last year, he didn't see the field at all. So here he is now, being thrust in. And remember, he didn't start the year at linebacker. He came in when Fred got hurt. So he's still like in his rookie season, if you will. So two very young guys, but they played well. I think with Kendricks, Tatum Bethune, his strong point is the run game. We see is very strong in the run game, not so much in the pass game. So you see the difference in having a kind of all-around linebacker, I should say, and Kendricks, who can play the run and the pass kind of equally. So it makes a difference, especially when teams trying to attack the middle of the field where we tend to have some holes. So it's excellent to see. And Wallow, who just joined the team, a couple of weeks ago, was on the practice squad, wasn't even on the 53. He was a practice squad guy, but a veteran who is in this defense, kind of knows it a little bit, understands it, just around the ball, making plays. Nothing to complain about there. I thought those two acquitted themselves in an excellent fashion after being just kind of thrown into the fire last week when they filled in for Bethune and Winters, who both got injured during the game.
Well, we're pretty much on linebackers like 5, 6, and 7 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like,
might even be
can
7,
you
8.
expect the world out of them? But Kendricks came in and played very well,
Yeah.
Wallow, a lot of people are like, who even is this guy? That's an excellent question. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That is.
Yeah.
It's like all the guys we signed, for some reason, they're all named. Well, like we got Keon White. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy. Like, who even is he? And he got a sack yesterday. His main thing, pass rushing, is he's really good pass rushing from the inside.
That's his forte. That's where he's most comfortable.
And I'm just looking at it like, okay, I'll take whatever I can get when it comes to pass rush right now. Our defense, I honestly think they did a fantastic job. They're going up against Saquon Barkley, who's one of the best running backs in the league.
Yep.
They're going up against another really good running back in Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Can't leave that out.
I had to throw that in,
Yeah.
But, and, they're going up against a beefy running attack, and they held, I can't say they held him down because he did get over 100 yards, but they did enough. They did enough, to win the game. And our offense came out. They were playing against a pretty good defense. We put up 23 points. Could have been better, minus a couple mistakes. Could have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But that's something we can work on in practice this week.
Most definitely.
We haven't talked about the catastrophic thing.
Oh, George Kittle?
Man, of all people, come on.
I know. It's like when Fred went down, of all people. Yeah, if you heard a groan in the air, that was all of the faithful going, oh, no. Right?
I know it.
We saw him.
I was watching the replay of the play going, uh-oh, like, this definitely ain't good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't seen necessarily the MRI results. I haven't looked for any of that stuff. I saw a picture of him in a hospital bed, though, like he was, going in.
Kyle Shanahan basically confirmed that it was torn Achilles. And, when they showed the very first replay and they didn't show the leg, they just kind of showed the aftermath of him laying on the ground. He immediately reached for the back of his leg. And like when guys normally reach for the back, it's Achilles. It's back there, right? It's not the ankle. The ankle, they normally go to the side or the front. When they reach down, he reached toward the back and didn't even touch it, just reached down. He didn't want to touch it. So I knew that it was bad and probably his Achilles then. And then when they showed the replay and showed how his leg just flexed wrong, it was just bad. And he didn't want to put any weight on it immediately after. I pretty much knew right there and then it was gone. And they confirmed it after. It's a huge punch to the gut. Brian Cope was in the house. What up, BC? Yeah.
What, Brian?
For everything he means, it's just all terrible.
Oh. I'm glad that Jake Tonga's got some experience when Kittle was out earlier in the season.
He was out earlier in the year. Yep.
And Tongas has looked pretty good. He has. He's looked good. Between him and not Cleveland, but Luke Farrell with an A. Farrell with an A. Well, I think we have a decent tight end room now. Like before, in years past, it'd be like, great. Now we have a blocking tight end at least.
We had no one. Yeah. It wasn't no type of receiving tight end in the backup position at all.
But we had blockers. That was it, though.
None. Yeah, exactly. Just stone-handed blockers. That was it. At least we got Tonjes who can run routes, has speed, has good hands, can jump. Like he's athletic. So that gives us hope. One big thing that we saw in this game is that after Kittle went out, Kyle Shanahan turned to Kyle Juszczyk a little bit more and used Juice in the receiving game. Now, we've all wanted Juice to get the ball a lot more because he runs excellent routes, he gets open, and he has good hands. Like he can be like another tight end, an H-back, if you will, out of the backfield. So it was good to see him utilized more and Kyle make him the number one option on some plays to pick up some yards. So I'm thinking we'll see a combination of Jake Tonjes and Kyle Juszczyk pick up the slack from Kittle moving forward. And I'm happy with that. I'm fully confident that, they can help us move the change and keep the offense going. And I just hope Kyle Shanahan doesn't get laser vision and say, I don't have Kittle. I got to just depend on Juwan Jennings and CMC. Continue to use everybody. And, on that note, we saw him unleash DeMarcus Robinson yesterday, which is great. It was like he was stashing him all year. He didn't want to show his hand, but he showed it yesterday. He got him the ball early and got him the ball often. And it paid dividends for us. Mm-hmm. What do you think of DeMarcus Robinson's performance?
I think he had a great game, and it would be nice if he could duplicate this performance against the Seahawks, which, it's kind of a tall order. They spent some draft capital on that defensive backfield, Yeah.
But they could be got too.
They do. They have
we saw in the first game.
Backs.
We saw in the first game how guys got open on them, especially on, is it Woolen? Whoever Jake Tonjes snatched the touchdown from at the end.
I think it was Tyreek. Well, they call him Reek.
Yeah, it was Woolen.
Tyreek.
Yeah, Reek Woolen. Yeah, I know. Just changed his name out of nowhere. But yes, Woolen, he's long, he's fast, but his coverage skills are not that good. So kind of like the Eagles have that one good corner, but the rest are kind of That's kind of Seattle with Tyreek Woolen. So we can take advantage of some things. And also Kyle can dial it up. Kenny's in the house. When Kittle was out at the beginning of the year, Kyle did not hesitate to use Jake. In fact, he was a top 10 tight end until Kittle came back. That's true. That's true. And he actually called Jake's number a lot. He actually dialed up plays for him, had him ran bootlegs to which the ball went to him and different things. So, yeah, it's like David and I said, we're fully confident in Jake Tonjes, just getting the job done. What's up, Ready Munch?
We're going to need Jake Tonjes this next game, though, because, I mean, like quick slants, just quick, pretty much fast routes to just chip away, wear that Seahawks defense down. I'm hoping we can see more of that, more dink and dunk, like a lot of people dog it, but if it works, I love it.
It moves the change. It moves
like
the change.
A lot of people are like, oh, throw the ball down the field. Now, you got to have an offensive line that's going to buy your quarterback a lot of time to do that. Against a great pass rush, our offensive line will hold up for 3 seconds, but that's not enough time to get open downfield. So you got to look at the mid to intermediate routes there. Yeah. If they could hold up for that extra half to 3/4 of a second, that would be nice. But Seattle, when we played them in week 18, were just on fire,
Indeed. What up, Bebop?
Which that now that being fresh in our mind, what they did, right?
Yep.
So now here's Kyle Shanahan going, well, this is what they're going to do to me. Okay. Right?
Yeah.
So this next week, he should have something for him. I'm not necessarily trying to be like ultra hype Kyle here, but I honestly think he will have something for that.
Yep. Agreed, Reddy. Great win, but on to the next, which we're talking about now. And I think he will, David. I think he will. I went back and I watched a little bit of that game, took my eye off the ball, see what was going on elsewhere. And like receivers were getting open. There were some plays there to be made. But you made the great point of like the O-line didn't hold up well, right? They just didn't. The O-line picked the worst time of the year to have their worst game. They bounced back yesterday, which I'm proud of. And I'm hoping, Trent Williams being in the lineup makes a huge difference, of course. And he should play on Saturday as well, which will make a difference. But in that game, the line didn't hold up. When the line kind of did hold up some, Brock was a little off. He threw some high passes, or receivers, that's when they didn't get open. So it was just kind of bad timing. Things were out of sync. It was just a bad game for the offense. But we saw them bounce back yesterday. Like you said, they cleaned up some things because yesterday they actually shot themselves in the foot a lot, I feel. They were tripping up over themselves. Like there were a lot of miscues that set them back. They cleaned that up. Play a lot cleaner, a lot smarter, a lot better in Seattle. We get to have a totally different offensive output against them, right? The team was averaging 31 points a game up until that Seattle game. Like this offense is capable of doing that against that defense. They just have to play clean. That's the bottom line. Like I said, Brock had time yesterday. Yes, he did. Like, if they can duplicate that against Seattle, we should be all good. Merkin Digital, loge me in. Okay.
Loge me in.
Loge me in. That's new slang. I don't know. It's log me in. But yeah, I expect this time in Seattle to be totally different. It said log me in. Like and subscribe, man. This Seattle game is going to be totally different. It's going to be totally different. That was just one really bad game, which the team has every year. It just sucks it had to be that game. So I'm not worried about it. It's not funny. How do I get to your conversation about the dude? You gotta do it in the chat. This is between me and David right here. It's not a open forum night. Sorry, buddy.
Not a call-in show.
Yeah, it's not a call-in show tonight.
CMC only got 8 touches. Well, that's just how the cookie crumbled, Bebop.
Yeah.
Those guys are actually really stout against the run. We had to pass the ball against them.
We pass the ball a lot.
Now,
we did get the running game going in the fourth quarter, though.
Pass rush, right?
Yeah,
they do. And our offensive line actually looked pretty good against them. So it's like, all right, if you guys could do that against these guys, you can do that against the Sea Chickens, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, most definitely. I just said this game will come down. We'll go down. Like good play calling from Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, and Kyle's been in his bag all year. Like Kyle's been calling good games all year, right? It really comes down to execution sometimes. Well, most times, I should say. Not even sometimes. Comes down to execution, right? Will the line hold up? Will the blocking hold up? Is the passing game good?
We're actually better on the road than we are at Levi's. And Seattle is worse at home than they are on the road.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And we're used to going there. I mean, it's a division opponent. We are used to going there. And they're already online making pleas to their fans to when they sell their tickets, try to make sure it's to a Seattle fan, a person from the area, not out of town, because they are scared of the faithful going in there and taking over the stadium, of having a presence, because they saw what has happened the last few times we played them. We were in there deep, thick, and they are nervous about that, believe it or not.
Well, what I've learned about this is now if people use sites to help them sell their tickets, they have no control about who they sell the tickets to.
Yeah.
It's only like person to person where you actually have control of that.
Yeah.
So,
So you can't say, you can't say, oh, yeah. Oh, we're like, if I'm just selling online, I can't put in a disclaimer of, if you're only from this area, you can buy. That's not the way it works. It's online. It's to be sold to whoever wants it. So that's the way it is. But as I was saying, we're not scared to go in there and play.
That reminds me of that one Rams quarterback wife, that one chick that was like complaining a few years ago about all the 49ers fans in the stadium. It's like, well, why aren't Rams fans buying tickets?
Exactly. And trust me, when we beat Seattle, if the Rams win their game, they're going to be doing it again. You're going to see her doing it again. And some former player, it was Jason Whitlock. I think that's his name. No, Jason Whitworth, the tackle, who like joined in with her and was like, nobody sell their tickets.
Tackle. Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, everybody come to the game. Don't sell your tickets. And it's like, what are you scared of? They're scared of us going in there and taking over. They've seen the sea of red in LA. They know it's Levi's South. And they know how we travel. So they're nervous. They're real nervous of us going in there and doing our thing. What he said? You're exactly right. We're better on the road. Defense steps up a whole lot better than they were in the regular season. Yeah.
Now, let's just face it, though. In California, you can't say the Rams fans have a lot. You can't say there's a lot of Rams fans, I mean. When they were in St. Louis, shoot, it was like, their own stadium is full of Rams fans. Then they moved to LA.
Yep.
LA just is not an NFL football town.
No, it's not.
So
It's
naturally, them moving out to St. Louis and everything. Well, guess what? All these kids growing up, they got to be 49ers fans.
Yeah.
So now when you go selling your tickets, even like fan to fan, just the stadium selling the tickets, they're like, oh, what's your area code? They can say that, but they put in the area code. It's still a 49ers fan.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we're all littered throughout the state. It's our state. So them thinking they're selling to someone local, yeah, you are, but they root for the red and gold.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. Mergen, the thing I like about this team, when the star player goes down, the next person steps up. They truly, all season long, the team has had a next man up mentality. And when that next man has stepped in, they have stepped up and played well. Right? Of course, there's a little bit of drop off, but they still do enough to help the team win. And like on the defensive side of the ball, it's all about team defense. You work together as a collective. So as long as everyone's doing their job and they're communicating and working together, they can get the job done despite missing all pros. And we've seen that. We saw everybody talking about Seattle. They only gave up 13 points. Philadelphia, with all of their stars, and they're completely healthy. They're not like us. These are the same guys that played in the Super Bowl. Only 19 points. So you see the way it goes. And offensively, it's the same way. You got guys stepping up. And as long as you have a CMC and a Brock Purdy and a Jawan Jennings, a skilled pass catcher, he doesn't get enough credit for what he does, you're okay. You can get by with that. Most teams just have a quarterback, running back, receiver. That's it. We're totally capable. And we got Kyle at the helm calling the shots. So he's dialing it up. So we are good to go. We got more than enough. I lived in St. Louis for a while. Really? Fun fact. Were you a Rams fan then? Or were you red and gold?
I'm sure Bebop was red and gold.
Yeah. Just messing with him. Or is he Jim Everett in disguise? No, let me stop. I moved to Dallas in 85 and became a 49er fan when I didn't make Cowboys roster back in 89. I became a 49ers fan. Oh, that's cool. Good stuff.
It's about the time I became a 49ers fan.
Yep. Their stadium was dope in St. Louis. That turf. Oh, hell no. Got him. So it's cool. Other injury reports. So we talked about George Kittle. Jair Brown went out the game with a hamstring injury. That's why we saw Marquise Siegel. Brown's status for next game is a question mark. Hamstrings are weird. They haven't said, what kind of grade it is or what. I did see the video of everybody walking off the field and through the tunnel after the game, and he had a limp to him. So it shows that thing is tweaked. It's kind of messed up. So we'll, on Wednesday, we'll see the practice report, see if he even practices, but I'm thinking with a hamstring and with the way Marquise Siegel played, Siegel will probably start the next game.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much, I'm writing that in pen on my depth chart, right? I'm just putting Siegel in at the safety position. Brown could be a healthy backup. What'd you say?
I mean, between Mustafa, we started the year without Mustafa, then we got him back.
Yes. Yeah.
But with all four of those guys, we literally have, with Pinnock, Siegel, Brown, and Mustafa, we have four safeties we can put on the field.
We do. We often put
A
three
lot
on
of
the
people
field.
don't know this.
You know?
Upton Stout also played some safety in college.
Yes, he
So
did.
we have capable defensive backs.
Yep. Yes, we do. And in my dream scenario, Upton Stout would be like the true free safety, the true rangy ball hawking free safety back there, kind of like Earl Thomas. And Siegel could be, that strong safety-ish that plays closer to the line for some tackling and can go back. He does have a lot of speed. He ran 4.3. So, I think that'll cure a lot of our coverage issues from the safety position. But that won't happen because Upton Stout is too good in the slot. I know John Lynch drafted him specifically to be there and play that role. I see what he sees in him. And he's played well all season. And he's getting better and better as the season has gone on. I'd say he's gotten better and better as the season has gone on. He's a young dude with that dog in him. He just understands football and plays the position well. Jimmy Ward Jr., Jimmy Ward couldn't cover downfield. Who are you talking about?
I remember a missed coverage of
player?
Tyreek Hill late in the 19 Super Bowl. I remember that.
A lot of them.
I remember Jimmy Ward was the guy that was supposed to have that spot. I was like,
you say he looks like him. He looks like him. He don't play like him. I live in Dallas. We're here in 1985, and there's so many 49er fans out here. Man, yep, it's outrageous. People talk about the Cowboys and America's team. Yeah. If you remember, talking about this whole stadium takeover thing, the very first Sea of Red game happened in Dallas. That year, we opened up the season against them. It was Colin Kaepernick and Patrick Willis, that team. What was that? 2014, 2015, something like that. We opened up the season against them there and just totally took the stadium over. It was nothing but red. Jerry Jones was upset that there were so many fans there. We won that game, and it was awesome. It was awesome. One of my favorite games that I've been to because it was just spectacular. Oh man. But yes, there's a lot of Dallas fans. 49er fans in the area. I learned.
and this next week we're against the 1 seed. It's kind of our fault they're the 1 seed.
They won it. It's all good. But we could have been the 1 seed too. So seeding doesn't matter. Seeding doesn't matter. It's when you get in, it's anybody's game. And we talk about these seeds, right? We're the lowest seed in the NFC playoffs. Just talk about the NFC. But if you look at the seeds higher than us, we've played them and beat them. So, what does it matter?
That is so true.
What doesn't matter?
So true. The 3 teams left in the NFC other than us, we've beat them.
We beat them. So it doesn't matter, right? Philly was higher than us. They could have been a 2 seed. Went to their house and beat them. So it doesn't matter. You got to go out there on Sunday and execute. And you've seen, even in a game like yesterday, where the execution wasn't quite right. It wasn't 100% perfect. It wasn't as crisp as it should have been. This team is capable of winning games against anybody. So I am not worried about going to anybody's house or playing anyone. Defending champs, nope, they sure aren't. They are on vacation mode right now. See ya.
Now, Ty, we're talking about the Eagles again. I noticed something that, a lot of the NFL shows and whatnot, I won't get too specific, not sponsored YouTube. A lot of them picked the Eagles.
They sure did.
Outright, all of them. I'm going, dang,
Yeah, we had no shot. Yeah.
And
But and it's kind of that thing. And I said it last week, like everyone's going to talk about how they're the defending champs and they're the big bad Eagles and playing at home. And then I don't know why, but they weren't all that. And like, we're not afraid of them. Like, remember, like people forget that we went there in 2023 and beat them 42-19. Right? Went in there and stomped them in Philly late in the season. And remember, that was the year they were big bad Philly. They were hot shots. I think they had only lost like 1 or 2 games up to that point. And you totally blew the doors off of them.
They fell apart after playing us.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth. They completely fell apart about them. They were exposed. Their season was not the same. They limped into the playoffs where they had to go on the road as a wild card and play Tampa. And I remember Tampa blew the doors off of them. They got completely exposed. 49ers, Brian Cole, 49ers just have to play one game at a time. This team can really be something. I agree 100%. After the 49ers seeing the 49ers win the playoffs in Green Bay, all you gotta do is it. All you got to do is it. Once you make the playoffs, is there for anyone. Yes. Like I always said, when you get there, it's a 4-game sprint. 3 or 4, depending on how you're seated. 3 or 4, but it's anybody's game. You got to show up on Sunday and play. That's for real.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
I mean, ultimately, I look at the NFC like it's like this. Seahawks didn't necessarily look stellar down the stretch. They won a couple games.
Yeah.
In heart attack fashion. That's how we win games, all right, folks? Like,
they did.
There's a couple that we did weren't heart attacks, but that's just how we win games this year, okay?
Yep.
But the Seahawks didn't look great down the stretch. The freaking Rams pretty much backed into the playoffs. Almost got beat by Carolina.
Almost lost. Yeah, almost lost on Saturday. Or was it yesterday?
The Bears got beat by the Lions. They backed into the playoffs. It's like it's literally anyone's game right now.
It's anyone's game. So and that's the thing. It's anyone's game. Why can't it be ours? Right? Why can't it be ours? And the focus is always on the players we don't have. And I understand it. There's some damn good players. We're talking about all pros here, the best at their positions. I get it. But let's talk about what we do have. Do we not have Brock Purdy, one of the best quarterbacks in football? I think we can say that, right? I think it's pretty much proven he's one of the best by now. And we have CMC, one of the best all-around running backs in football. Can't we say that? In the broadcast yesterday, Tom Brady referred to Juwan Jennings as third in Juwan. He's much more than third in Juwan. And we've known that for a few seasons now. He's a very good, very underrated wide receiver who last year, if you remember, when Brandon Ayuk went down, he quickly established himself as wide receiver 1. He actually, if we're being 100% honest, he established himself as wide receiver 1 on his team before Ayuk went down. Because remember, Ayuk had the long contract holdout, came in right before the season started, wasn't looking good to start the season. So Juwan Jennings was the man. Like, we still have a Diamador Lenore on defense. Young Renardo Green is playing very well. Mm-hmm. We didn't touch on him, but he had a very good game yesterday, and he's playing very well. We talked about Upton Stout. We have very good players, right? They're not household names, but they're doing it.
I mean,
That's
our
right.
D
49ers
line,
just keep playing ball.
we see young CJ West making plays in the run game. It's like Alfred Collins is just a mammoth, that guy, in human skin pretty much. But it's nice to see them getting, better with experience as we go here because we need them right now.
Exactly. And that's why we always called for young guys to get some reps early in the season. Because come this time, we may need them. We may be relying on them. So it's good they had some early experience, and now they're getting heavy reps, and it's paying off. It's paying off big time. What do you say? But you mean, honestly, I do not believe in home field advantage. I believe in a team that comes prepared and ready to play the game till the very end of the clock. I agree with you. Teams that come in prepared to play for 60 minutes and give it their all. I'll take that every time. Just look at yesterday. If you look at yesterday, you can honestly say the Eagles had the better roster, right? More talent I'm talking about the available players on the field. They had the better roster, more talent on the field. But we were more prepared to play for 60 minutes. Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh had a game plan that was geared up for 60 minutes of football, and it was a good one. So which one would you rather have? Just all this talent, but kind of unprepared and not ready to be there for 60? Or a little lesser talent, but they're well coached, well disciplined, and can play together for 60 minutes? I'm going to take this all day because this is going to give me a lot of wins. A lot of wins.
And we're hoping for one more this upcoming Saturday.
Yep.
Which is kind of like,
let's talk about
that. For years have I not been convinced that the people that make the schedule just don't like us.
Mm-hmm.
I've been convinced of this for years. All right. A lot of people are like, oh, it's AI. Well, tell them to quit programming the hate for the 49ers in the AI, okay?
Exactly. Steve said the only person not hurt is the bump box guy. So he's going to trip coming out the tunnel next game. Now that you said that, you just jinxed them.
I was just saying. I don't know if you saw
Rick,
the chat.
What's up, homie?
My knee on Friday. Now on Friday, I hop in my Jeep to go to work. My knee says pop, like a sound that if you don't have a weak stomach, it might just get you. Okay. I'm sitting there looking at it like, well, it didn't hurt. So I put it in drive and I drove to work going, well, I hope I can walk. And then I get out of the Jeep and I'm walking on it going, what just happened? Like,
wow.
I can walk again, buddy. Like, I've been to a doctor. Exactly. They didn't do an MRI. I was trying to talk them into it. They didn't do it.
Come on, man. You're supposed to get an MRI.
I put my foot down. You're doing an MRI because something was obviously jammed into something and it got loose right there. I can still feel a little soreness, but that might be like the tendon was squished for a while and it just needs to, heal up on its own. But I'm able to walk, no problem. Just like before my knee issue. Go figure.
That's wild. The body's weird.
That's why I said I'm able to walk. My knee's good. Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Yeah. I saw that online. But if you could go, get in there. We need you. He said the haters that don't like us, we put them in the doghouse. Go Niners. That's right. We put them in the doghouse. And David, I agree with you. I say this all the time. They keep trying to tell us that the schedule is AI now. They've been saying this for years. Oh, it's totally AI. They're hands off. It's not AI. It's a guy named Al, and I'm pretty sure he's a Seahawks fan. Because for some weird reason, we always have to travel to Seattle on a short week. Every year. And even this year, when we thought, oh, wow, we get Seattle week 1. We don't have to go there on a short week. Nope. Here comes Al. Oh, I got him. I got him. I'm going to make him go there on a short week. The team literally landed in Santa Clara at 2 a.m. yesterday.
Man.
So today is a gone day. They got to try to rest and recover, right, from that. Then you got some meetings on tomorrow, which is supposed to be an off day.
It's kind of film day is what
that is. Usually Monday is a film day, but they just got in. They need to sleep. They need to rest. So now that throws the schedule off. Tomorrow's going to be a film day, get some treatment, practice on Wednesday. Next thing you know, they got to play on Saturday. It's some BS, but we're used to it. Yeah, that's the one thing I can say. We're used to going there and playing on the Thursday. So, hey, we just, at least we get a few extra days, now. So we'll be equipped to handle it, and you'll see those guys step up to the challenge. I say it's not a guy, it's a supercomputer and a team of executives. It even has a cool name. I got to see where this is going. What's the cool name, Kenny?
Big time Niner haters.
3,000. Remember, it's a supercomputer, so it's got to have some number at the end. Oh man! All right, let's start to wrap this up, man. Oh, you got to be excited by what the Niners did, especially with no one giving us a chance. In heck, well, I saw on TV Alex Smith. Shout out to Alex Smith. He repped for us. He picked us to win. And Terry Bradshaw was the only person on his crew that picked us to win. Those are the only two that I saw. So shout out to them for, having some faith and knowing the team that we're capable of being. I think a lot of people panicked from the Seahawks game, week 18. We played well, just kind of shot ourselves in the foot a lot. I think yesterday, like I said, that was the true 49ers. But even then, it still wasn't the true 49ers. But we'll see more of that going forward. What are you going to say?
I was going to say that week 18, that one play, if CMC catches that and punches it in, that changes a lot.
That changes the whole momentum
of the game.
It changed. You know what? It's equivalent to the Juwan Jennings play, right? How we're kind of trickling along. We're kind of stepping on our toes, but then Jennings makes the throw to CMC, and that kind of energizes our offense, right? It energizes the defense too. And remember, we came out on our next drive, and we went right down the field and scored the touchdown. Like the offense was energized. They were pumped.
Yep.
When we played Seattle, had we scored that touchdown with CMC, I feel like the same thing would have happened because the offense really started to roll and kind of click on that drive. And then it kind of got punched in the stomach with that interception. So you see that happen. But
Kyle was in his bag with that double reverse. Oh, no, we're not doing a double reverse. We're the wide receivers passing it. It was like, yeah. Who was expecting that? Okay.
Yep. That was a play he ran years ago with Emmanuel Sanders and Raheem Mostert when we played that epic game against the Saints. So it was good to see Kyle still has it in the playbook. It's awesome. Brian says the Philadelphia miracle, it happened. To me, it wasn't a miracle. It's just going in there and beat them, something that we've done before recently. Like, I got no problem with that. He's the Dr. Manhattan of football. He really is. And yes, he loves Dr. Pepperoni cheese. As Rick said, that tells you the rest of them hate us. ESPN, NFL Network, they don't like us. Yeah, they don't ever give us credit. And then we win, and then all of a sudden it's, oh my God, they're unbelievable. This team. Is the Emmanuel Sanders playing the same one as Brandon Ayuk catch play? Emmanuel Sanders played the same one as the Brandon Ayuk catch play. I don't know which one that is. I know Emmanuel Sanders, the same end around we ran with Jennings to CMC, Emmanuel Sanders. We ran that same play. Sanders threw it to Raheem Mostert. That's all I know. So yeah, I look at your hoodie on the 49ers. I see more hoodie in San Francisco. Is the gray one with the letters red. I do have a gray one with the patch. David has the gray and red. NFL patch on the side. Nice. That's clean. Oh, it's a Nike hoodie. Okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. All right. We got to get out of here because the hour is up. I want to thank everybody for coming through. Make sure you like and subscribe. And we do this every Monday. We alternate channels. So make sure you subscribe to mine. Make sure you subscribe to David's. This week, tomorrow, I'm doing Talk Shit Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Come through, join me. That's going to be a fun show. On Wednesday night, join me on the East Coast Red and Gold podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern. That's with Jess, Matt, Dina, who is actually Matt and Dina were at the game. So we're going to talk about their experience being there. That's going to be fun. David, what you got going on this week?
Well, we got Corey Davis 49er Wednesday, where we're picking the playoffs now. Season winner's been crowned. Shout out to Dawn. And we're picking the playoffs now. So let's see how we all did.
Cool. Got it. Oh, wait. Kenny, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about in the Super Bowl when Jimmy G missed. Well, in the Saints game, it was the same play. Well, actually, it was the Rams game and the Saints game. Emmanuel Sanders ran that deep crosser up the middle of the field, and he was supposed to get hit. It was made. It was a catch in the Seahawks game. In the New Orleans game, but it was missed in the Super Bowl. You talk about that play? Pretty sure. Yep, that. Yeah. I don't know if Ayuk ran that anytime. I can't recall. I don't know. I got to dig in my memory banks. We can talk about it next week. Anyway, we're out of here. Thanks for coming through. Great win by the Niners. They're going to get another one on Saturday. Just keep rooting for them to win. That's all you got to do. David, take us home, good sir.
Hey, it's Go 49ers, Corey Davis says, and F all 31 other teams.
You darn tootin'.
Especially
Stay
the
faithful,
Rams.
everybody.
The Bears beat you.
Yeah, beat the brakes off them. See ya.